Condom.
Hi, my name is Jay and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. And if you're an oldie but a goodie, thank you so much for coming back. If you've seen at least 3 of my videos by now, I have no idea why you haven't subscribed, because that's some loyalty right there. Today, we're going to go ahead and talk about 5 tips that I use every day to stay organized. As you guys know, I am going to be a mom of 2 under 2. And it can be a bit hectic trying to deal with being pregnant and having a toddler, and also being a solo parent. I'm definitely not a single parent, but my husband, he works in a different state, so he can't always be around, and it's usually just me with our toddler. So this is how I stay organized and I get things done. Tip number 1, and this is probably the most important tip if you don't get anything else from this video, is to prep at night. Every minute that you spend on preparation saves you 10 minutes in execution. I believe in that quote heavy, okay? I prep everything from sippy cups to bottles to the diaper bag to the clothes that we're going to wear. Everything the night before, because my daughter's sleep is the time that I can get to where nobody is bothering me, no one is distracting me, and I can really get things done. So in the morning, everything just kind of moves very smoothly. If I don't do any of these prepping things, my morning and the rest of my day is very hectic, and usually we don't get anything done. So especially if I know I'm going somewhere, I'm definitely prepping the night before. My second tip is to clean regularly. I know it can be a bit much with having a kid and having a toddler and also having 2 under 2, but do your best to clean as regularly as you possibly can. My father has always said that your room is a representation of your brain, and if you are like super cluttered, your room will probably be a representation of that. And I also take it a step further that, you know, you can't clean where a place is dirty. You can't expect to have your things together if things in your room are not together. So take time, maybe at night or in the morning or during a nap or something, to clean up small things. You know, do laundry daily if you possibly can, or at least every other day, so that way it doesn't become an overwhelming mess and you feel like you have to do all of this in 1 week or all of this in 1 day, and you just have small pieces that you have to do. My third thing is I make lists and electronic lists all the time. I'm a heavy planner. I have my own planner and I use it religiously. It helps me to keep things organized in my head. Like I love making lists because I love the sense of accomplishment that I get when I check things off. So it really makes me feel like I'm actually getting things done versus like always feeling like I'm never accomplishing anything. It also keeps your brain really organized, because sometimes to you it can be super overwhelming what you're thinking about, because you're thinking about dinner, because you're thinking about your toddler's what class you should sign her up because she's coming of age to do gym or something like that, and you're thinking about what you should be doing with your pregnancy. You're just thinking about a whole bunch of different things, and it's like when you write them down, you realize that, you know, it's really only about 4 things that you're thinking about. It isn't even a big list, and so like you just feel more organized and you feel like you can really get things done. Number 4 is routine and schedules. This is another big one for me, because when I was pregnant with my daughter, I told people that I really want to get my daughter on a schedule, and a lot of people kind of like looked at me like, wow, like that's not gonna happen. And to be honest with you, my daughter, ever since she was 3 months old, has always been on a schedule. With my extremely busy life and I'm constantly moving, she has always been on a schedule, and I appreciate schedules. Schedules create systems so that you know what to expect. Like my daughter knows, and I know that she's hungry right at about, you know, 8:30, 9 o'clock, because she wakes up at 8. And I know that she's gonna take a nap around 10:30. I know that she's gonna be hungry again around 1. I know that she's like, it just takes away from having to guess all the time, like what is wrong with my kid? Why is she having a bad day? Oh my gosh, she's just this, and this. And on top of that, it allows you to put things in place so that you know you can get things done. You know that your child is probably gonna be sleepy around 10:30, So, and you know that they only sleep for about an hour. So once you put your child down for that nap, you know you have an hour to get things done at that time. So you can do meetings, you can do, you know, quick cleans, you can do whatever you need to do in that time. I don't really understand how people function without schedules, because how would you know when to plan? But you know, that's just something that I've done with my family, and I'm going to continue to do with my child. I will say, if you have a new baby, like a brand new baby, a newborn baby, you kind of need to learn your baby before you like give them a schedule, because not every baby is the same. You know, like I looked up a bunch of different mock schedules on Pinterest, and a lot of them don't go with my daughter. So like, you know, they would like nap at like 1, or sometimes they nap at 11, and I'm like, that's not my kid. So it's like, you know, you kind of have to mold your schedule with baby, but you will get a schedule, and it will be a game changer. Number 5, and my last tip, is to brain dump. This kind of goes hand in hand with making a list, but what I usually do is I tend to, on a Monday or on a Sunday, sometime at the beginning of the week, I just list everything that I didn't accomplish that week. And then I go ahead and list things that I want to accomplish. I list everything in my head. I want to get it all out. I don't want to think about it anymore. I want it all to be held on paper. I can't tell you how much relief my head feels just by throwing it on paper. And then if I have time the following day or that night, I will go ahead and organize each piece into my week so that I can accomplish the things that I wrote down on my list and see what it is that I need to do. Yeah, it just relieves a lot of, like, I guess, brain energy from me having to keep all of that in. It's so frustrating to keep all of that in. So those are my 5 tips on how I stay organized with my busy life. And just know that like my lifestyle is super different than most, so I definitely understand when people say they have super busy schedules and their kids, and they have like, you know, 3 kids and whatever. I definitely understand, and so I really feel like these tips would be beneficial for anybody who has any type of lifestyle, because they just help organize and get your brain to where it needs to be so you can accomplish things. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe if you love my content. Please, 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 I love the support. We're growing a bit rapidly over here. You know, we've got about 125 subscribers now, and I'm very excited, and I'm happy that you guys are part of the family. But again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.